Make sure the pillow is just right.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Rayne Adventures for soul movement and for body and mind.
Wow.
I can't speak today. Today we're going to be talking about comparing tires, basically.
Yes, so the Polaris had the Maxxis Carnivores, comes factory, and then we ended up putting 32-inch on it, not realizing how much I disliked those tires. But anyways, and then obviously the Kawasaki had the same factory, came from the factory having the Maxxis Carnivores. They were only a 31-inch. Why Kawasaki thought they were special, I have no idea. Apparently she gave me her not being able to speak thing. So I'm probably gonna get a little bit of hate for this, but I personally feel the Maxxis Carnivore tires are absolutely awful. They really don't seem to excel, in my opinion, at anything. I know other people will disagree and think it's a great tire. I've seen some reviews and videos on it, but that's just, once again, my opinion. We had them on both the Polaris and the Kawasaki, and neither machine could do or perform anywhere near as well as other tires. I mean, even my cousin's Sedona Rockabillys outperform them by leaps and bounds in basically everything. So I know they're supposed to be like an all-around tire. They're not really supposed to excel at any one thing, but to me they didn't excel at anything. So we one of the things that I kept telling Bailey is when we switch machines, I want to get the Maxxis Roxxzillas, and it was something I was dead set on. You know, what's funny is I still actually have a set on back order. Now it's going on 3 months, and I know some people have been waiting much longer than that. Luckily, we found 2 different sets. One was the competition compound on it, and then we actually somehow found a standard compound in the 32 by 10 by 15. If you have 32 10 by 14, you're in luck, but 15s are impossible to find. I'm sure a lot of people already know that. So we have not actually taken out the standard compound yet. Well, that'll be in a future video.
Yeah.
But we did get to go experience the competition compound, and we were running them right at 10 psi, and then anywhere from 10 to 11. And I can't say enough good things about the tires. Hopefully the standard are pretty close to that. I know they're not going to be quite as good just because they don't have as soft of rubber, but the sticky compound was truly phenomenal. When you see some of the parts of the video, you'll see where we climbed up a spot on 22, and when we had the Carnivores, unfortunately, I might have that video, I'm not sure if we had that clip or not. We were talking about that before, but the machine wouldn't go up it at all, and unfortunately when you see it, you'll see a tiny little clip of me trying to do it in just quote-unquote 3-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, the 4-wheel drive mode, and then I switched it to diff locks, and it literally went up it like basically no problems at all. And we don't have the clearance on the machine like some people do either, just because our springs are Kawasaki springs and they sag just like all springs sag. So but anyways, there's another part that we went on trail 16, and you can see where we'll show a little clip of the Polaris. I tried it in the Polaris, and that has the clearance, and that had plenty of clearance. And that was when we were with our friends. She can link that video as well, so you can see the whole video. I tried way more times than the video shows to try to go up to one spot.
Oh my gosh, a ridiculous
It was
amount.
ridiculous amount of times I tried, and the tires would not grip, they would not do anything. And I was only running those tires at that same 8 to 10 psi, so it's not like they were aired up very well. I know some people air them down more than that, but for most of the stuff we do, I don't think we really need to air them down too much lower than that. If you go out west, I would agree, lower tire pressure is definitely better. But I kept trying and trying and trying in the Polaris, and it just wouldn't do
Eventually
anything.
did it.
Oh, I gave up on that route and went a different line, and I'm
Yeah.
kind of shocked that it made it up the line that it did, but that was just pure horsepower, because I was at that point just so annoyed that it didn't make it up, that I just basically kind of just gave everything the Polaris had, and it made it up.
Yeah.
So, but you'll see in the video that the Kawasaki literally climbs up the one rock on 16 with zero struggle, zero anything. I mean, you can see the wheels spin the tiniest little bit, but they basically don't spin at all. And it was
pretty cool.
It was awesome to see both spots.
And he was so excited.
I was so excited just because of constantly dealing with, like I said, my hatred towards the Maxxis Carnivores it's just been one of those things. I'm like, I'm just so sick and tired of them. I want to switch. And the Roxxzillas so far, I have zero complaints with them at all. I mean, obviously there's a few spots in the mud. We don't have any issues. We haven't had any issues here at Windrock, but we did go to the Badlands and there was a few mud holes. But I don't care what tire you have, you're pretty much not going to get through it. I mean, there's one clip where the whole entire driver's side front end is completely buried and we're in like this. And I don't care what tires you had, you're not going to get yourself back out of that. But that's the fun of trying it and seeing it. My dad has the System 3 XTRs, 370s I'm pretty sure they are, and he has the 32s. And I will say for an overall, all-around tire, his are great in all aspects.
It seems like it, yeah.
They seem to do really well. I wouldn't say they climb rocks quite as well, but that's not 100% what they're designed for. They're more of an all-around tire, and they still excel pretty much at everything. I mean, I'm very impressed. There's a few videos. He doesn't climb up the same spot on 16 as well. I don't know if he just didn't hit the line. I think I even mentioned in the video that he needed to get his back tire over a little bit, and then he climbed up it. But it is amazing the difference that the Roxxzillas excel at what they do, and other people have said the same thing, but they do climb rocks extremely well. And we will, like I said, I'm kind of curious, kind of excited too to see what the standard compound will do compared to the competition compound. But overall, I really like the Roxxzillas so far. My dad's tires I would call a close second, and I'll let you know after about what the standard compound, if his are still in first or second at that point. And then I would say my cousins are probably third, which is the Sedona Rockabillys, and you've seen videos, and his do pretty well, but now his tires are starting to get worn down, so he doesn't have as much traction, but he still gets through pretty much everything.
Yeah, everything we have.
Except that the only advantage he has more clearance than we do. So that'll be, for now. For the moment, he has more clearance just because he has springs.
Then the competition will be on.
Then the competition will definitely be on. I'll put the competition tread back on and we'll go hit a few more difficult objects. There's a spot that she can show with the little school bus. I think it's trail 38. That I really thought I was going to get up on the right-hand side of it, the little school bus.
Yeah, the big, where you ride the tire up the big rock side.
I really thought I was going to make it up it, but unfortunately, I'll be honest, I was a little timid the first attempt, which if I wouldn't have been so timid, there's a pretty good possibility that I would have made it, but I'll be the first one to admit I was a little scared on it just because
you're really
up, and then you're going to smack pretty hard in the front end.
Side, yeah.
So I'll be the first one to admit I was a wimp.
Maybe try it again when we have the lift.
I'll probably try it again,
springs.
But I did try it a little bit harder, give it a little bit more go, but unfortunately at that point I already had spun the loose dirt and everything, so unfortunately the front tires didn't have anything to grip onto, so I don't really blame the tires on that part. That was just more, unfortunately, just bad driving / being afraid to give it. So, but otherwise, guys, if you have any questions on these tires or the Carnivores, I mean, I know I bashed on them a lot, and if you're a carnivore lover, then I apologize, but I never had any good luck with them at all. And I don't know, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know what your opinion on, you obviously got to be in both machines, and for the Polaris owners out there, obviously I have no idea what the Polaris would have done with the Roxxzillas. I'm not saying 100% that it was.
I would say definitely give it a try.
Yeah, I'm
like
not
100%, because then you have the horsepower and you have better grip in the tires. I mean, I think it would have done better with certain situations that we've been in.
I agree. Certain situations it would do better. I still, maybe it's just my bad luck, but I still think there was something wrong with our low gear in the Polaris. It just was so easy to burn our belt.
But we talked about that more in the video where we talk about why we switched machines, which is already posted by the time you watch this. So.
But yeah, it was pretty interesting. Like I said, so far, I'll admit I'm a huge fan of the Roxxzillas, and I don't know if I'll switch tires, to be honest with you. I'll just either stick with the standard or the competition. The only bad thing about competition they definitely do wear out pretty quickly. So
Yeah, you can try to avoid roads. We do.
I definitely
try to keep it off the road.
I've definitely made sure that I avoid roads.
Like half on the road, half not. We're at Windrock, we have that P1, we're like half on, half off.
I didn't even want to be on the road at all at Windrock, so I would have either take 22 or 2 up. But unfortunately, 2, you still have to take the road a little bit,
there.
and I'm like, I don't want to take the road. So,
Yeah.
but so far, really love them.
I agree.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. Please like and subscribe and comment with any questions or comments or whatever. Anyways, see you on our next venture or my next venture if you watch hiking videos. Bye guys.